guys, it's Maggie. Welcome back to my channel. I haven't filmed a sit down video in so long and I'm so excited to be filming this one for you guys today. I feel like you'll really like it. As you guys can see by the title, I'm going to be sharing my top 10 favorite self-care tips, things that change my life and things that I need to share with you guys. All of these tips are amazing. They have really transformed me in the past few months, just like self-improvement, self-care, taking care of me. And I know that with everything going on right now, it's a crazy time and it's just important to come back to yourself, get grounded, take care of yourself, and all that. And I'm super excited to be sharing these tips with you guys. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I always have it linked down below. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so tip number one is doing a good face mask. I feel like when you do a face mask, it really just sets the tone and it's one of my favorite things to do. So I have been loving the Foreo UFO device, and this is the mask I'm going to be actually using tonight. It is the Make My Day mask with hyaluronic acid and red algae. So these ingredients are really just going to hydrate your face and make it super radiant, and that's what I like to do when I use a mask personally, because I like my skin always to be hydrated. That is so important. And also I love my skin to be glowy and just look youthful. So this mask definitely does that. And I love the UFO because they have two different settings. So they have the cryotherapy and the thermal therapy. And what you do, you guys will see, I'll put like an overlay on the screen when I use the mask tonight, but you literally just put the sheet mask onto the metal like disc right here, and then you lock it in and then turn it on and rub it all over your face. And what's nice about it is that it takes 90 seconds rather than having a sheet mask sit on your face for like 20 minutes. It doesn't slip around anywhere. And by using this device, it really just speeds up the process and helps your skin really absorb the product. And I just really love it. They are my favorite masks to use. And I think that using a mask is something that it just really helps make you feel like you're at a spa in your house. Really chills you out, makes your skin feel so good, and there's really nothing better than when you have like radiant, glowy skin. So I will link this for you guys down below if you want to check it out. They have so many different types of masks. This is my last one. I had like a box of all the different ones and I used them all. So I have one left. I'm gonna use this tonight. And the UFO has literally changed my whole entire experience when using face masks because it's so efficient. It makes my skin feel so hydrated. It makes it so glowy, and I just love the cryotherapy setting on it. Oh, the cooling feeling on your face is literally amazing, and it's one of my favorite things to do like before I take a bath. So I'll link it for you guys. You can check it out. Going along with the whole face mask moment, I like to take baths specifically at nighttime now, and I feel like it's just such a nice way to wind down after a busy day, and it really just like calms down my whole body, gets me ready for bed, and really promotes a restful night's sleep. I feel like the nights that I take a bath, I definitely notice that I start getting a lot more tired and I am really calm, and it helps me sleep better and all that. So what I will do is I will obviously turn my bathtub on, warm water, and I use these salts right here. These are my favorite at the moment. They are by the brand OC. It's like a collab that they did with Parachute Home, and it's just like a sleep time bath salt. So I will put these into my bath, a little handful, and it really just like hydrates my skin. It makes my skin feel so good. And I'll sit in the bath for like 15-20 minutes, light a few candles, read a book, drink some tea, and it's just like so relaxing. Another thing that I do is I focus on like the ambiance in my apartment. I like to set the mood. So a few things that I will do: I will put lavender essential oil in my diffuser that is right next to my bed. The whole room fills up with this amazing, rejuvenating, calm lavender scent. Helps me sleep so well. And I will go around my apartment and light a million candles. And I just love dimming my lights, having the candles lit, having the oil diffuser going, and just having like this really chill vibe around. Like, it's a really great feeling, and it's really calming, and it really just helps like make me feel so good. And next we have one of my favorite tips, which doesn't cost anything at all, and it is just going for a walk. I've been walking so much more recently, and walking is actually a really amazing form of exercise. It's so good for your body, and I like to walk like 2 miles in the morning just to start my day off. Sometimes I don't bring my phone, or if I do, if you have to bring your phone, obviously for safety reasons, I don't look at my phone, I don't go on social media, I don't listen to a podcast or anything. Like, I really just walk with no distractions, and I make sure that I'm just like super present and in the moment, and I look around at the trees, I look at people, I make eye contact with people, I smile at them, say hi. It just makes me feel so good. And I'll go for a walk around like my neighborhood, and it is just a good way to clear your mind and set the tone for the day, and also get in some exercise. And next, something I really like to do at nighttime is drink hot tea. And I know a lot of these tips have to do with nighttime, just because at night I feel like this is the time that I really like to focus on myself. After a busy day, you are done with everything you need to do during the day, and it's time to like wind down and really focus on you. And I used to have trouble falling asleep at night, and I would get really anxious at nighttime, so I like to really focus my self-care, like at least these things, at nighttime, because they really help like calm me and kind of prep you for it the next day. So I really like to drink tea. I love ginger tea, and I love peppermint tea. Those are my two faves. And there's really nothing better than just like a warm cup of tea at nighttime, because herbs are so good for you, and just being able to like sip on something warm and just having that like fill your body just like feels so good and is so calming. But make sure if you're drinking tea at nighttime that it doesn't have caffeine in it. And next, I just want to talk about books, because I've been a really big reader lately. It's something that I have always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be into reading, and I've really gotten into it during quarantine. I've read 3 books so far, and I just need to share them with you guys because they have changed my life. And the first one, I read this one last year, but it is Girl Stop Apologizing by Rachel Hollis. That book is amazing, and it really was like the push that I needed in that moment. So if you're looking for a good book to read and you haven't read that one, I highly recommend it. Second, we have my man, Ed Milet. He is like, oh, I love him so much. He is one of my like favorite people to follow on Instagram. He tells you how it is. He's not gonna sugarcoat anything. He's so inspiring, he's so motivating, and he's just very driven, and he knows just so much about like life. He's been through so much himself, and I really look up to him. So he has this book called Max Out Your Life, and it's literally like 100 pages. It's a really short read. You can get it on his website. I am obsessed with this book. Like, it's one of those books that I'm gonna keep reading over and over, because it just talks about ways to live your life to the fullest. I don't want to give too much away because I want you guys to be able to read it for yourselves, but if you really need something that is going to like push you to live your best life and live life to your full potential, I highly recommend this book. It's such a short read. It's one of those books I'm gonna keep going back to and reading over and over again, just because it is that good. And everything he talks about in his podcast, on his Instagram, a lot of that information is right here. I've like gone through the book and highlighted a ton in it. All these books that I talk about, definitely sit down when you read and bring a highlighter, because you're gonna wanna like highlight some key points in there. And this is the book that I'm currently reading. It is called Don't Just Sit There. My esthetician had this book in her office, and I went to go see her in like January, and I saw this sitting on her table in her waiting room, and I ordered it on Amazon, and I haven't picked it up till this quarantine, and I'm so glad that I did, because I've been really getting into like meditating and connecting with myself, and just like taking a step back, because I feel like I had been like going 1,000 miles per hour, and I was really just like on autopilot going through each day, and I've like taken control of my life again. And I've really been trying every single day to focus on connecting with myself and my soul. I will do a whole video on it. I don't really want to go too much into detail now, but I've just really been like connecting with myself. I've been meditating every single day, and it's been amazing. So this book is amazing, and every chapter has like a life lesson and something that you can use in your everyday life, like a tip. And they're really short. They're like 4-page chapters, and like it says right here on the cover, there are 44 insights to get your meditation practice off the cushion and into the real world, meaning that all of the tips in here are going to be able to help you in your everyday life. Like, it's not about just like sitting down and like meditating. It's like ways that you can be more mindful and aware, and ways that you can go about your life every single day, like tips. Overall, amazing book. I highly recommend it to everybody. Going along with the reading portion, gratitude journal. This is something that I do every single morning when I wake up and every night before I go to bed. I just recently got this one in the mail. It is the 5-minute journal. I'll show you guys what an example of like a page looks like. So you write the date, and there's a little quote. You write 3 things you're grateful for, what would make today great, a daily affirmation, and then on the bottom it just has 3 amazing things that happened today. Write down 3 things, and how could I have made today even better. So I just really like to reflect on my day and talk about like my goals for the day, talk about the things that I'm grateful for right when I wake up, and then at the end of the day I like to wind down and kind of like go over how the day was, how I felt, say what I'm grateful for, what I'm thankful for, stuff like that, and really just like bring those things into awareness in my life, because you are what you surround yourself with. And the more you surround yourself with all of the love and light that you have in your life, and the things that are already there that you may not realize, that is what's going to like fulfill your life, and what's gonna keep like coming in abundance and all of that. Kind of like how, you know, when you like see a certain car on the street, or you know someone who has like a certain type of car, you see that car everywhere. Ed talks about this a lot, but basically the things that you are going to be putting your focus on are the things that are going to consume your life. So I really like to focus on like gratitude and all of that. So I highly recommend getting a little book, or even just like writing down in a journal things that you're grateful for, having like a little template, like whatever serves you and whatever you feel like you want to get out on paper, get it out, you know? And the next tip that I have, guys, I get so many questions about this little light. I got it on Amazon. It is an LED like star light, and it makes your whole room look like it is just lit up with stars from the sky, and it just makes it like purple and blue, and it's so pretty. And I got it on Amazon, and I love putting this light on at nighttime, like when I'm taking a shower and getting ready for bed. It just really like sets the tone in my room. I love the sky, and it just makes my room feel like I'm literally laying outside and like looking right up at the sky. It is so beautiful. So this is something I do every night before bed. It's so cute, and I don't know, I like look forward to using it at nighttime. And speaking of nighttime, we have my favorite little linen mist. It smells so good. Again, it is the collab with OC and Parachute. It just smells like a spa, like nighttime. It has like lavender in it, a bunch of like different essential oils. And what I do is I literally just take the spray, spritz it all over my bed, and then climb into bed, and it's just like this amazing blend of these relaxing essential oils. So I'm obsessed with this. I use it every night. I keep it on my bedside table. It is my go-to. Okay, and last but not least, last tip of all of these, which is so important. I'm so glad that it is something that I have been really making myself do, and I cannot recommend it enough to you guys. This is another one of my free tips. No phone, no electronics, no screens, 30 to 60 minutes when you wake up in the morning and before you go to bed at night. Like, this is key, you guys. I have been doing this for the past month, and my life has changed so much. Like, I look forward to this in the morning. I have an hour where I can just spend time with myself. I can meditate, I can write in my journal, I can drink water, I can wash my face, I can make my bed. Like, I literally do everything that I need to do with no distractions, and it just feels so good because you get it all done, and then by the time you like look at your phone or turn on your computer and look at your emails, everything is done that you needed to do, and you're not stressed and you don't have those things hanging over you. So it's been one of my favorite things. I love starting my day this way. It also helps me be a lot less stressed because I'm not like bombarded with all of these things on social media and text messages and all of the noise from the outside world. You kind of have like this hour, this like sacred time to yourself, and I just love it. I look forward to it every single day. And then also before bed, it is super important. I like to read before bed just to wind down at night. I don't want to see anything on social media that could like give me anxiety or cause me stress. And realistically, just taking the time for yourself, being more present with yourself, and not scrolling through social media or like looking at anything that anyone else is doing, just really taking the time and focusing on yourself, I think it immediately makes me feel so much better. And you're doing something to benefit you and your life and your mental health and all that, and I just think that that's amazing. And it's the little things that you do every single day in your routines that matter, and that will really change your life. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoyed all of my tips, my self-care tips. These are my favorites. They really set the tone for your whole entire life, and they have changed my life, and I hope that they can change yours. And if you have a tip, something that you do in your life that you swear by and you want to share with everybody, leave a comment down below. We can start like a thread of all the different things that you guys do. Maybe you can pick up some tips from each other, and I just think that we should really just use our community to share your insights and your tips. Make sure you're subscribed, follow me on Instagram. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.